Okay, so first of all, when you start Forsage, as you know on the presentation, and you plug in with $15, you immediately get positioned in level 1 and level 1 on X3 and X4. You have 3 slots at the bottom here. Okay, so many people have contacted me, even though we do say it in the presentation, and they've signed up their third person and they ask me, why did I not get commission? Your third person will go and shoot up to your sponsor to recycle you. You can see I've cycled 11 times on this position. Okay, so every time it cycles and it starts off afresh. So you can see it looks like technically I've got no one in my network, but ultimately I've had 22 people that has already moved through here and moved up in ranks throughout the positions. Now, I do believe that everyone understands X3, so I don't want to go into that. I'm going to go directly into X4, but if there is any questions on X3, I would like you to ask that as well. But I think most of the questions I've received this far is on X4. How is it possible that there is money coming to us? How does the system generate income? Where does the money come from? All these various things. Now, you need to understand that the fuel, the gas, as I always say, and as Paul said earlier on the earlier call, is people. The people coming into the crowdfunding system is the gas to keep this going. And everything is peer-to-peer. So where the money is coming from is the people. There's nothing else that is generating funds. So when someone enters into the system, okay, and you are an investor, you are on X4, someone enters into Forsage, listen carefully, and they enter in either via people above you or they've come in now after you and they're coming from the bottom. If that person is placed or allocated under you, and this is where I want to explain to you how they are allocated, what then happens is the first 2 people will then directly shoot towards either your sponsor or the people above you. Now, let me just get my highlighter here. So say for argument's sake, here is Elena, right over here. Okay, there's no one there as you can see, but let's just pretend someone is over there now. Okay, let me just move the taskbar out of the way. So Elena's on top of me there. I'm positioned over here, and I have now, let's go to level 2. I am on level 2. I have leveled up, and the system has now placed someone there for me. How do I know the system has placed someone there for me? Due to the color coding, says overflow from above. So what has happened is the system has allowed a spillover from my line of sponsorship to fall all the way down in the network until there's a slot 2 that has an open position. So that's how it works. So Elena signed someone up that has now leveled up to position 2, and maybe my slots are full on level, this is on X4. It will now spill down to Robert. Maybe he's full. It will spill down to Roy, for argument's sake. And it will look for an open position, and this is how we know it's overflow from the top with the color coding of the white color. Now, when you get overflow from the bottom, which you will see over here on level 6, you'll see I've been receiving overflow from the bottom. So this is people that has joined the system after me, but the system has again allocated them to me. How is it allocated? When someone enters into the system, listen carefully, everyone joins in on level 1. There's currently 100 people on level 1, guys. So there's a pool of 100,000 people that need to be fed, okay, that need to be fed with this downline that is either coming from above or from below. So what now happens is, if it is on position 1, everyone is already in position 1. Now there's 100,000 people that it will equally go to number 1, then number 2, number 3, until it goes through the 100,000 people. So many a times, this may take a week. It won't happen necessarily the next day. So many people has joined and they said, yeah, but I'm on level 1 and I've got no spillover. It's already on day 2. Most of the people in my team by day 3 on level 1 has already started to receive. But I've had people on day 2 already tell me, oh, but the system is not working. Understand there is 100,000 people here that needs to start receiving overflow. Now, in position 2, the pool gets smaller. And maybe for argument's sake, there's 80,000 people here. And maybe there's 60,000 here, 40,000, 30,000. I'm just using example. And say there's 20,000 people over here. Now, what happens is when someone joins the Forsage platform, immediately the system will now look just above you, because initially on X4, the first person you sign up, it will first look at your sponsor, okay? And if your sponsor has not already leveled up to level 6 on X4, it will now look towards your sponsor. And it will then look through the system based on the level that they've leveled up. And the first person in the line of sponsorship that is on level 6 will receive that overflow from the bottom. I trust that that makes sense, okay? Now, when you see, I don't think I've got anything like that here. No. Okay, so when you see the gray color coding, that is a partner that is leveled up before you and has overtaken you, okay? So now that partner has moved ahead of you, and instead of where you were previously in the line of sponsorship above him or her, he now moves up above you. And many people say, okay, now I'm going to lose commissions, or my sponsor is benefiting now and not me. Absolutely not. The moment, and this might happen a few hours later or the next day, the moment your commission starts increasing again, you level up to the next level, and guess what happens? All that happens is the system repositions you once again above the person that you initially sponsored. So the line of sponsorship is always at every given moment throughout the lifespan of Forsage on it. Even when there's a time of overtaking, Forsage still honors the line of sponsorship, and the moment you level up, the system will reposition you once again above your affiliate. So you will then never be in a position of technically losing, because you will now, for the rest of your life, earn off their positions that they have leveled up to. Does that make sense? Before I move on. Does that make sense to you guys? You can just say in the chat box if you're understanding that. Okay, cool. I'm getting some answers there. Fantastic. Okay, so fantastic. It looks like everyone is understanding. We are going to unmute mics and answer questions in a moment now, because I don't think it's really very much that we have to go in depth. The system is so simple, guys. Now, I believe that we are a community. We are a family. And I think everyone has gotten to know me, gotten to know Paul, gotten to know Brandon and Robert as people that is not chasing the dollar, but chasing whose life we can change next, okay? Now, you'll see that there's quite a few people on this call that is not in our team, okay? That does not benefit me in any way, shape, or form, yet I will still, and that's just my heartbeat. That is Paul's heartbeat. That's Robert's heartbeat. That is even the founder's heartbeat, to help. Because ultimately, the universal law is what you sow, you will reap, guys. What you put out, the energy that you give out, you will attract back to you. So I'm here to help anyone and everyone. That is that I'm not looking for anything from that. So we here to assist you every step of the way, okay? And because of that is what I want to show you next. And I know it was touched on briefly, and I actually didn't want it to be touched on before the presentation, but it's cool. I love when people get excited and zealous and put things out there. It shows that people are being proactive. People are investigating and studying the system. And that is beautiful. I love that. I totally love that. But before I get to show you how we're going to grow our team or our community strong, and we're going to grow them solid on a deep and a solid foundation that cannot stumble, I first want to explain the dollar value before I forget about that. Quite a few people have asked me, Raymond, doesn't make sense. I was on $49 and now all of a sudden I'm on $40. Have I lost money? Absolutely not. We need to understand that our earnings are in Ethereum. Okay, we are not paid in dollar. We are not paid in ZAR, in pound or euro. We are paid in Ethereum. Now, as the Ethereum price either increases or decreases, that affects our dollar value. And that is why we will have the trainings on the crypto side as well. And that will be included actually in the package month end, where I do that free gift training to you guys. And that will be a few hours of training. So you guys must really, really be prepared to sit down and receive. But you know me, I will not bore you. I'm going to keep you excited. I'm going to keep you vibey. We will be able to interact with some music as well in between. And it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of education that is going to catapult you guys. So we will teach you on how to maximize the volatility of the cryptocurrency as well, because we need to understand that we want crypto to be volatile. We don't want it to be stable. The volatility of cryptocurrency allows us, when we understand and are educated, to maximize on that volatility to get even more out. Because when things are low, you want to get people into the system because it's now even more affordable. You want to increase the amount of Ethereum that is loading into your account so that when Ethereum starts to climb again, guess what happens to your dollar value, guys? It is absolutely insane. So we will teach that in the free gifting training at the end of the month as well, on the crypto side, and I'll even touch a little bit on how to trade and all of that. But today is simply for Forsage. Okay, then the other thing is, people, even though I say it on every presentation, is asking me how do they get their Ethereum out of Forsage. It does not go into your Forsage back office. This is just an indication of how much you've earned. It gets allocated immediately and directly to your Trust wallet. Listen carefully, to your Trust wallet or your MetaMask wallet. Okay? It's as simple as that. Now, when you want to build strong and deep, okay, I've already got 22 people here. You know that a lot of these people I have sponsored personally, and a lot of these people I have gifted people to as well. I don't expect that from anyone else. I'm just saying that's my heartbeat. Now, when you have grown a strong team, and preferably you're already on level 12, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. And I was telling someone this morning, it's not that I don't want to help people. You all should know my heart by now. I want to help people, but because I want to help people, I have to help myself first. If you don't help yourself first, you will not be in a position to help others. So when I've achieved level 12, on my X3 and X4, guess what I'm going to do? My word, someone just signed up and I didn't even know. Okay, well, that's great. So when I've achieved this, what I do is I click here on my partners and I go to the affiliate link for distribution of registrations by partners. What this is, guys, listen carefully. If I send this affiliate link to my new prospect that is signing up, it is my affiliate link in my dashboard, okay? My second affiliate link. You've got two. This one you utilize when you've achieved your level 12 and you now want to build your team strong. Why would I want to do that? And I'm going to show you why. So when I send this to someone and that person signs up using this referral link, guess what happens? It shoots down to the first person that signed under me. It will then allocate that new sign up, that new referral will go under, I think Robert was the first person that signed under me. It will go under Robert, okay? I'm not talking about overflow into an X4 here, guys. I'm talking about that person is directly signed up as their direct referral, even in X3. Guess what's going to happen to Robert? He's going to wake up tomorrow morning, see that he's got someone, see that he's got more Ethereum. This is possibly a networker that is exploding his account. What is Robert going to do? Maybe Robert has become lukewarm, and all of a sudden, this has allowed me to reignite people in my team, creating a strong foundation of strong leaders that's going to run fast and furious with this. And Robert starts running because all of a sudden people are falling into his team without him doing anything. Now tomorrow I'm going to sign someone else again using this referral link, and it will fall under, I think, Ashley, who was my next person. I don't know all the codes off by heart, but it will fall under the next person. And it will equally divide them up between my 23 people. When it's gone through the 23, it will start by number 1 again. And this will distribute the new signups amongst my team. Why do I want to do this? Number 1, I want to reignite passion. Number 2, I want to grow them into a position where they start cycling. When they start cycling, they start upgrading. When they start upgrading, guess what happens to me? Ching, ching, guys. My Ethereum value skyrockets even though I have not placed them directly under me. Paul, can you just quickly take the platform? You've got a question before I continue.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Raymond, for your succinct explanations. I may have maybe an advanced question, not too sure, but I have a question for others and for people who actually do want to know the answer to this particular question. What is the pro and the con of either building width, which you have, to people, 100 people, 1,000 people, as opposed to building depth, which means getting 3 who get 3 who get 3 who get 3 and going deep, driving deep?
Okay, that's a phenomenal question, Paul, and it's something that you get in all forms of network marketing. And I've seen over and over, there's pros and cons to both those options, but I've seen over and over and over in many of the businesses that I've joined over the years, where people run around, they're doing presentations, they land up signing up 100 people, 1,000 people, and you know, even in the company that you and I are, Paul, and a few of the other leaders that we were running around last year, I think I've only got about 40 or 50 people in there. Yet I dealt with thousands of people because I was building deep. Now, I could sit with 1,000 people on my first line. Now, honestly tell me, I'm already sleeping 2 hours a night. I've hardly got much time. How am I going to dedicate my time and my effort to 1,000 people when I am just managing on 23 now and helping their team? So now you start neglecting your people. They start complaining about you as a sponsor. They start losing interest in Forsage. They're not getting the support structure that they need. They feel that there is no support, that no one cares about them. And unfortunately, people are like this. They don't feel, people want recognition. They want to be motivated. And people start getting discouraged and despondent and get depressed, and they leave the platform. Okay, that's number 1 that we do not want. So you want to have amount of people that you know that you are truly capable of being in contact with, where you can at least send them a WhatsApp a day, where you can at least send them an email, make a call, and say, listen, about how you doing today. Not even touch necessarily on Forsage, but we want to not just be, because you want them to know that you care about them and you don't care about their money, okay? Because we're here to help people. So you phone them up, and I do it a lot. And you phone up and you say, how are you doing? What have you been doing today? And we know that people aren't going out due to lockdown, but we interact and we build relationships.
It's working.
It's not in a proper place.
Guys, please, your mics, please, guys.
Leave it on.
Okay. So, Vernon, please, Mike. Okay, so we need to understand that we need to build relationships, and that is only possible when. Can you please mute Vernon? Wakefield, please mute your mic. If you don't mute, I will remove you. Okay. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. So, guys, we're not trying to be funny, but please, this is not a place to make a mockery. There's people here that is serious. There's people here that truly want to make a difference for themselves and those around them, okay? So, number one, when you start focusing, and I'm not here to be religious, but I want to use a very good example, okay? And it's an example that is being utilized throughout systems. Now, I remember when I first joined network marketing, I was in a presentation that told me Amway were the founders of the system. I don't believe that. I don't believe Amway was the founders of network marketing. I believe it was a gentleman that is quite well known through many different books out of history. His name was Jesus, and he said, I've got a system that I want to introduce to people, and the best way of doing that is to train up 12 people and to teach them to train up 12 people and to multiply that way. And guess what happened? In a couple of days, that sudden became 500, eventually became 5,000, and I can go on and on. Now, like I said, I'm not here to be religious, but that is a perfect example of a gentleman understood that he cannot reach the world alone. He needs to delegate certain things to certain leaders that we are raising up. And there's a few people that have already started identifying in the WhatsApp group that I want to start training up on certain areas where you can get delegated certain areas of expertise that I'll train you in. And when you understand that if it's working with 3 people, or I've actually implemented this in a lot of my network marketing, the 12 strategy that Jesus did. I take and I work with 12 people and I teach them to do the same. But I understand that not everyone can do that. So what I'm saying is focus on 3 people, teach them to work with 3 people. Not only does it become much easier for you, the duplication process becomes automated much quicker. A chain reaction takes place where you now grow a very steady and stable, deep foundation. Now, where you are wide, you may not be steady because there's no roots in the ground. And if a tree is just placed down and it hasn't been rooted, I guarantee you the slightest wind is going to blow it over. And we don't want people to be swayed by the winds of opinion and negativity, be it in media or people that they surround themselves in. So we need to surround ourselves with a team that is going to help us build a foundation that is rooted deep and that we can work together. I hope that sounds or that answers your question, Paul.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Raymond. Absolutely wonderful.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so just want to quickly go to the office here. You all should know by now where the affiliate link is. Now, I just want to quickly go through the process of signing up a new affiliate. Then I'm going strictly to questions and answers because there has been so much more. I wanted to do a few scripts today and I wanted to go to the social media. But on Saturday, we will jump straight into that because there's a few other calls that a few of us need to be on, and I need to respect everyone, okay? So now I'm going to stop sharing quickly because I want to share on another device. So don't worry if you suddenly see my screen disappear. Okay. You should all see my screen right now. You can see that I'm very passionate about fire as well. I love to walk on fire. Okay. So when you now are introducing, so what you've done is you've put one of the ads out on Facebook. There's quite a few banners and posters. If you don't have them or don't know where to get them, just ask in the group. I don't think I've placed everything in there. I'm not sure. But I've got quite a lot of Forsage banners and pictures that you can utilize. I've also got personalized flyers that if you want it, you let me know and I will place your contact details on there and you can utilize this. Some of you have seen that I've got personalized flyers. So I am capable of designing that for you as well. And you just place it onto social media, but I'll show, for now, just splash it wherever you can. Saturday, I'll show you how to do it strategically, of course, which plays a amazing role. There's a big difference of just splashing and actually doing it strategically. Timing is key. Algorithms is key. But we already reached an hour, so I don't want to go too much in that. What I want you to do is after this call, get some marketing material from me, get splashing out there. When people make contact, you don't want to sell Forsage to them. You just tell them this evening, 7 o'clock, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, or this afternoon, 12 o'clock, whatever the time is. We know, you guys all should know by now, Mondays is 7 p.m., 6 p.m. UK time. Tuesdays is 12 p.m., 11 a.m. UK time. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. And it just goes one day, 7 o'clock, the next day is 12 o'clock, okay? It's simple, okay? So you just say, get onto the Zoom call. I don't know how to explain it to you, but there's someone that knows how. And you get them simply on to the Zoom call. Okay. So I see people are saying that they need to leave. I understand that. Totally, guys. Totally understand it. But I just want to show you something quickly. When you are now responding, how's the incentive gift working? I heard now about brought more on. Okay, I will explain that again in a moment because I know some people came on late. So as soon as I'm done explaining the orientation, guys, many of you have not utilized this yet. This is key, okay? When someone replies to you, first of all, you get them onto the Zoom call. The moment they've been on the Zoom call, I will tell them, get back to the person that sponsored you. That person will contact you and say, hi, Paul, my name is Elena. I would like to register for Forsage. I'm ready. What is my next step? So technically, they are entering into our family. They're entering into our community. So we welcome them immediately. You send them this welcome note, be it via SMS, WhatsApp, Telegram, or email. You send them this that welcomes them and explains that there's a 3-step program to sign them up. If they do not have Telegram, there's a link to download. Once they have downloaded Telegram, they get started by clicking Step Orientation Program. Now, I'm going through this specifically because the people that have used it has gotten back to me and said they have been able to sign up people with ease. Every person that is completely non-tech savvy has been able to utilize the system with phenomenal results in the last couple of days. So you will click on that link, guys. It will open up into the 3-step orientation. It will congratulate them, say well done. It will explain what the 3-step orientation is. It will advise them to download and install their Trust wallet or MetaMask wallet. It will explain how to register for Forsage, how to fund Forsage, and how to upgrade. And then it will take you to a support structure as well. So what you would do is this will be updated by tomorrow as well, where we will have a second link, because currently it says Forsage Step 1 for mobile device. You will click there. If they are going onto this via a computer, they will click Forsage Step 1 for mobile or for computer or laptop. When they click on it, based on what they've chosen, it will take them to that Step 1. what it then does, as you can see, it will literally explain to them how to install a Trust Wallet with a direct link, be it Apple or be it Android. It will explain step by step how to set up, how to restore, how to store their recovery phase for restoring it, how to then fund their wallet. Step by step, I explain that in text, and if that is not enough, I then put a video there explaining it in detail. A 4-minute video in detail, how to register for Altcoin Trader, how to deposit ZAR and buy Ethereum and send it to your Trust Wallet within a matter of 10 minutes. Okay? After you have then purchased your Ethereum, we explain to you obviously how to send it to your Trust Wallet, and then you will be congratulated and prompted to go to step 2. On step 2, it will then obviously congratulate you for setting up your Trust Wallet and funding it, and it will prompt you now, ask your sponsor for the affiliate link now. Go ahead, ask now. So you'll suddenly quickly get back onto WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever, and say, Paul, I'm ready. I need your affiliate link. Please pass it on. They will pass on the affiliate link, and they will then go on following the short little 2-minute video clip explaining how to sign up. And then in detail, sorry about this, guys, in details, it goes through how to upgrade, also in a 2-minute clip, how to level up to the next positions. And it is so in detail that I think my 6-year-old son will be able to do this. It is broken down, simplified for every single individual. You will then click on step 3, which will be a platform for communication and support, giving you link to our Facebook support, our Telegram support, our WhatsApp support, guys, where you are able to get onto our YouTube channel for the videos. And by Friday afternoon, 12 midday, is my goal that I've set to have all these platforms 100% operational and 100% up to date. So this as well, Forsage step 3 underneath, there will be a new link by Friday, which you can even click onto if you want to go to the advanced orientation, and that will be where I'll be sharing what I'm sharing on Saturday. I'll be sharing in 3-step process, exactly the same as this process, that you'll move through social media marketing, you'll move through cold calling, you'll move through how to contact, hot contacts, cold contacts, all these sorts of things, different scripts, different replies, and that will all be on the advanced orientation. So once again, it was asked, Teresa just asked, where do I get this? So let me just go back. It's been placed in the WhatsApp group, and I'm going to place it into the WhatsApp group once again. So every one of you, you just get onto the WhatsApp group, speak to your sponsor, get yourself added to the WhatsApp group, and this welcome link there, you send it out. It welcomes them, and it takes them through the whole process, guys. Okay, let me just, Teresa wasn't there, so let me just put it in again. So Teresa, there it is. Okay, does this make sense? Does this seem simple enough for every one of you to be able to literally just click forward to your new prospect? Would every one of you be able to do that? Awesome. I honestly believe it is as simple as every single one of you can. Some of you have had a look at it already. It is simple, guys. All you need to do is send it to your prospect, and the orientation process literally does all the work for you. By Friday, everything will be 100% automated. I am also looking into the bot, the robot, chat robot for your Facebook as well. So everything we're looking at getting 100% automated, guys. Literally all you need to do ever at any given time is send click send or click forward. That's as much work as you'll do, be it to get them onto a Zoom call or be it to get them to register. So guys, it is very, very, very simple. You have to use Trust Wallet to register. You can use your Luna Wallet to purchase your Ethereum, but you will have to, it's only utilized through the Trust Wallet and through your Trust Wallet, or obviously your MetaMask wallet, which the MetaMask ones will be explained by Friday. That will be updated as well. Any specific questions that you guys have, please just raise your hands or put it in the chat box quickly.
Can we use our Ethereum that we've earned through this project to fund other projects?
Love it, Paul. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so AGI, we could have just said Forsage on all our marketing because we are linked to Forsage. But the reality is we believe in multiple income streams. I believe that 95% of the people on this call believes in assets and multiple streams. So that is why 2 years ago we came up with Assets Generating Income, which is a platform that I've been utilizing. I've been traveling around doing different talks on the mind power, on the financial education, on all the aspects. And we have 4 different vehicles currently, or 4 different platforms currently, and we are looking at another 2 that we are busy investigating. And now what we utilize Forsage for is a stepping stone, which is one of the best stepping stones that has ever been created, allowing people to repurpose their Ethereum for the other projects that we are involved in Assets Generating Income. So there is another project very similar to this with another coin that a lot of you guys on this call know about, that has been going also for about a month, that I'm involved in. There is projects that's involving online gaming. There is involving Forex and various different projects that we are involved in, which we educate you in on our workshop calls. And it is not that everyone has to enter these, but if you understand the game plan and the logic of repurposing your Ethereum, you will have a lifetime generational cash flow of 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 streams coming into your account on a daily basis. Now, do you only want one stream of maybe 100 to 200,000 Rand a month coming from Forsage, or would you like that coming from Forsage, Platform 2, Platform 3? And the best part is you are not paying for any one of the other platforms. When it comes to the stage, and we've been doing this for a while, so we know obviously when to introduce it to the community. We don't just throw you into the waters. When we start introducing the other platforms, we bring it in such a way that you will not pay a single cent. All you ever pay is $15 to join Forsage. You then repurpose your Ethereum of Forsage to get into the next platform. You then repurpose there again to get into the next platform. And every platform literally funds the next platform. And now you have got multiple streams of income coming into your account on a daily basis. Does that answer your question, Paul?
Very succinctly.